Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I have got a parcel, I've got some happy mail, I've got a big box sent from Glynis and we want to thank Glynis very much for sending this and all the other happy mail that she sent. She sent a lot of happy mail and we're going to open this box if I can get into it. So there's a little card to open this up. She always sends me a little handmade card. That's beautiful. Look at that. With lots of love and best wishes for a day filled with joy and laughter. And she's nearly got through all her stash. She says, it's taking you a long time. We'll have a look in here. Look at this. Style craft. Oh, I love this. I love when she does this. I need to make... I've been making a blanket with this. This is called Mother of Pearl and it's double knitting. Oh, there's a book in there as well. That is beautiful. Look at that little glint in there. That is so pretty and it crochets up so well. I'll put that one there. It's called Mother of Pearl Baby Double Knitting. It's 95% acrylic and 5% lurex. It's 100 grams in it. Tells you to use a 4mm crochet hook and it is by, is that Jarrell or Carol, Clifford Street Mills, Bradford. That's lovely. Look at that. That is so pretty. It is so pretty. Now there's quite a bit to get through, so we'll just get on with this. There's two style craft. That is beautiful. It's like a mint green. It's style craft chunky. It's 100% acrylic. There's two of those. The colour is Aspen. The shade number is 1422 and there's two of those. That's chunky yarn. That's beautiful. I'll pop that there. Oh, there's a bag of treats for there's a bag of treats for Muttley. He always knows that she sends him treats and he's sitting down there as well. Look, he's sitting down there. He's sitting down there. You can just see his little face. I've got the camera at an awkward angle there. Now there's I'll pop that down under there to keep it. There's another chunky yarn that is Stylecraft Special. This one is Meadow. It's a meadow green. That is, look at these together. These are beautiful. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is Stylecraft Chunky. That's a meadow one. Oh, these are nice. Look at these. That is nice. I've got a couple of these, so that's going to go in with the other ones that I have. This is called Knitting Essentials. It's a double knitting yarn and it's beautiful variegated yarn. These are 50-gram balls. This one is called Gorgeous Baby and it's aqua. And there's two of those. I'll pop them to the side. There's a big bag of granny squares here. We'll have a look at some of these granny squares. Oh, look at these are pretty. They are so pretty. I'm going to use these and I'm going to show you the different ways of joining granny squares. There are several different ways to join granny squares. That one's a little bit bigger. That yarn is beautiful. Look at that. They're a bit squished because I've been in there. That yarn's beautiful. Look at that. So I think I'll use these on one of my tutorials and I'll show you all the different ways of how to join granny squares together. I'm going to pop them aside and there's little granny squares There's really pretty green ones. There's different sizes. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Look at that. That is really pretty. There's different sizes in there. They are so pretty. Oh, that's a glittery one. Look at that. It's got sparkle on it. That's pretty. I'm going to set them aside. There's lots and lots of granny squares. That's so nice. I'm going to join these together. And I'm definitely going to show you how, all the different ways, especially with these larger ones. I'm going to show you how to join these together on a video. I'm going to pop them aside. There's quite a few different ones in here. There's purples, there's yellows. There's quite a few of these. Oh, these are nice. I'm going to make a blanket with all of those. These are brilliant. Definitely. I'll pop them back in the bag. There's a few sort of purple ones and there's some nice pink ones as well. Different sizes. I'll pop them back in the bag because I've got quite a bit to get through. That over there. Look at these. Oh, there's a crochet hook. Oh, there's 3 crochet hooks. Knit Pro crochet hooks. There's a 9, a 10 and a 12mm. That is brilliant. I love these hooks. Look at the size of that one. That is brilliant. Look at that big chunky hook. I need to get some of my big super chunky yarn out, and that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, what's she doing here? That's pretty. That's really. Do you like that, Muttley? Muttley's getting his nose in there. That is pretty. I'm going to pop that aside there because we've got more to get through here. There's a crochet book. Oh, look at that. Crochet hats and scarves. 35 stylish and colourful crochet patterns. Look at that. It's by Nikki Trench. This is brilliant. Oh, I like these. Oh, I like that hat. I like that stitch. I'm going to try that stitch for a blanket. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. How to do flowers. Oh, that's a cute little hat. There's bandanas. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, look at that. Simple scarves and wraps. There's that one. That's a pretty stitch, that. Let's see if I can do that stitch as a blanket. Some really nice stuff in there. I like these. Oh, that's cute. Keep the kids warm for the winter. I like that ticker hat. That's brilliant, Glynis. A lot of these stitches, I really like a lot of these stitches that are in here. That's brilliant. So there's a little bag of different coloured crochet. Gala says it's dark blue, bold crimson. I think some of the labels are on wrong. That one's crimson. That one says it's bold crimson but it's green. But that's lovely. These are brilliant for making granny squares, these little balls. They're brilliant. Or just like a little rainbow blanket. That's brilliant. I'll put that to the side. We've got some oh, beautiful lemon double knit style craft. That's lemon. The shade number is 1020 on that. That is so pretty. Look at that. That is so pretty. Thank you so much, Glynis. Would you pop that aside? It's really soft and squishy, that. Let's have a look. We've got some more chunky in this style craft. This is a pink. That is beautiful. What were you making, Glynis? What were you making? This is called fondant. That is beautiful, that. There's 2 balls of that there. I'll put that to the side on top of that. I think what we'll do is we'll keep the books to the end and then I can take the box off my seat and sit in my seat and we can go through these books. I'll take them out just now. Oh, look at that. Crochet step by step. Techniques, stitches and patterns made easy. And that's by Sally Harding. And this one, A Little Course in Crochet. Simply everything you need to succeed. That is brilliant. I'm going to put them to the side, and once we've gone through the yarn, we'll have a look at these books. I'm standing over the top of this box and I actually need my seat. So we've got some James C. Brett Top Value. Beautiful yarn, beautiful to work with, lovely and soft. Its shade number is 8413, and that's a mint green. There's a mint green. There's a lovely ball of lemon. That is a beautiful colour. This is Premier Value double knitting. I think I've got some of this one. This one, it says it's gold. To me it looks more like a nice sunshine yellow. The shade is number 10, and that is Premium Value double knitting. I'll pop that up there. Then there's a big bag of mint. I'm going to leave that one in there. There's a big bag of Lister Easy Wash double, is that crepe DK? It's nice and soft. It's a 40-gram ball made in White Oak Mills, Wakefield. 50% acrylic and 50% nylon. Tells you to use a 4mm crochet hook. There's quite a few of those little balls of that. That is so pretty. Look at that. It's a beautiful baby mint, sort of mint green. I'll pop that in there and we'll leave that there, because that's quite a big bag. We'll just keep the box. There's a Peyton's Baby Smiles Fairy Tale Fab DK. It's 50 grams, 100% acrylic. The shade number is 01050. That is so pretty. It's a nice dark blue. Look at that. That is pretty. And then there's some red. Sandra was asking me if I had any Christmas red. Look at that. That is Extra Value double knitting. It's 100 grams. The shade number is 618. And there's a couple of different reds. There's some of that Knitting Essentials. It's from, I think it's Poundland. That is brilliant. Sandra, I've got Christmas red. She wants me to do some Christmas things. Wants me to crochet a Christmas wreath. And we've got some more of this lovely variegated yarn. There's 4 of those. I'm going to leave them in there. And there's one of these ones. I've got some of this already from Glynis, so it should be the same batch number. She gave me some the last time. It's called Streamers, Purple Streamers, and that's Knitting Essentials. There is a nice little ball. There's no label, but oh, that's so springy and soft. That is squishy. That's lovely. I think it's one of those Peyton's, because that feels the same. That is beautiful. Look at the colours in those two together. Make a couple of granny squares with that. And then there's this beautiful peach. Oh, that is so soft. That is King Cole. This one's a little... Yeah. It's King Cole Baby. Big Value. And it's so soft. It's double knitting. It's a beautiful peach colour. It's called Peach and the shade number's 59. And that is the yarn that's in the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the yarn back in the box and we'll look through those crochet books. They're going to be really interesting. Thank you so much, Glynis. So I've taken the 2 books that we didn't look through. I'm going to lift this up a little bit. I've got myself a cup of coffee sitting over there. These are the hooks that Glynis sent. These are Knit Pro hooks. Knit Pro hooks I love Knit Pro hooks. Nice and flat, and a lot of the ones I've got, I've actually got them downstairs. And Glynis has been sending me different sizes over the past year, and that's that is a complete set now, because it goes up to a 12, and that one's a 9. Look at that, that is brilliant. That's a 9. I don't think I've got very many size 9s, and the one that's in the packet is a 10. Look at these for big hooks. These are absolutely brilliant. And all the time when people put, even I do it myself, we put videos up and we'll say that it's the fastest blanket ever. The fastest blanket you can make is with an extended, a large stitch, thick yarn and a big hook, and that is, you guarantees you to get really quick results by using big hooks. But when you use a big hook with thinner yarn, I'll need to do a little video and show you the difference, that when you use a thinner yarn and you use a smaller hook, and the difference of pattern can be made by using a nice big hook. It opens up a lot of patterns and it makes them look absolutely beautiful. Now I'm going to put these into my crochet mug that I've got over here, that I've got my hooks in, that I keep my hooks in over there. I'll just put that piece of paper there, and we'll have a little look through these books. Now she gave me this one as well, and we've had a little look through that one. So we've had a little look through this book. I've just fixed my video up a little bit. This is the one with all the hats and scarves. But the thing is with crochet books, even if you don't want to do the items that are in the book, some of the stitches that they're made with are beautiful, and you can always take those patterns like that for the hat, and you could do the hat, but then you can also do a blanket the same. So you can do that, and she's got, this is a beautiful granny stitch scarf there, a little granny square one. I need to do a video on all the different ways of joining your granny squares, because there's different ways that people like to do to join it. And that one's just stuck there with the printing. That is so pretty. Look at that mesh, a summer evening shawl. That is beautiful, that mesh. I like that. I like that border as well. So a lot of the time you can get inspiration and you can get ideas where the stitches, a lot of patterns are copyrighted. It's like, I can't print that out and sell it. You can't print it because the way it's all written and the way it's done is copyrighted. But the mesh stitch isn't. The crochet stitch that actually is in there, and some of the patterns that are in there, they're not copyrighted. But the way this ladies did all this is copyrighted, but that actual mesh stitch isn't. So I could do a blanket in the mesh stitch, or do just a plain simple scarf in that mesh stitch. This is what gives you a lot of crochet people their ideas. Even all you people at home, there's a lot of yous out there that probably got books and you've looked through them and thought, oh, I like that stitch, but I don't like the yarn it's done in, and I don't want a scarf. I think I'll do that as a blanket. It's quite easy how to work it out and do it as a blanket. So you're not doing any copywriting or breaking any rules with copywriting. Because copywriting is actual this presentation, the picture, the writing, the way it's all written out. But then this is done in a zigzag stitch. The zigzag stitch is not copyrighted. So you can do other things with a zigzag stitch. And that's where a lot of us get all our inspiration. That is nice, I like that. And you can do different granny. If you do a granny stitch, I've got one here, look. If you do a granny, just a normal sort of granny square. Now I've done this in a size 4 crochet hook. Now if I was to do this in this, say this 9, if I was to use the same yarn in a great big hook, I'd get a much bigger square. It'd be so much lacier looking, because it's been done in a bigger hook, and it's really quick to do it. I think I should show you that. I did it a long time ago. I showed you the difference of what hooks can do when you do the same square but use different size hooks, and it's away back in my video library. But it makes an amazing difference using different hooks, and books are brilliant inspiration. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. But crochet is just so old. It's been around since, I don't know, I think the first crochet pieces of crochet work were found in Egyptian tombs, actually. That is so pretty, that as well. Now that's in another stitch book that I have, this little stitch here, where you've got like 5 and then you've got 3 on the top, and with these other connecting stitches. That's in some of the other stitch books as well. That's pretty. I like that. That's a nice lacy scarf. And then you've got this little shawl. This is pretty. Full of inspiration. Full of inspiration. Such nice simple ideas as well. Different yarn, different hooks, completely different projects. That is so pretty. That's all these hats and scarves. This is brilliant, Glynis. Thank you so much. That's nice. Just shows you what you can do with all your scrap yarns. I must have a book by this lady, because I am sure this little poncho is in another book that I have. And that's what you find sometimes with books that are quite older. What they do is they change the cover of it, but all the inside is the same. I'm sure I've got a couple of books where they're both exactly the same on the inside, but on the outside the picture's different. It's like they've just done a reprint of it and changed the front, and you think you're getting a whole new book, and it's not. It's just a reprint of one that you've maybe already got. So pretty. Right, anyway, that's that one. I'll set that there. I'll move my little granny square that I've been working on. I've been doing some videos with granny squares. Look at this one. Some people call this the wagon wheel one, or the Catherine wheel one. Crochet's got so many different names for different places, isn't it? And it's really pretty. It needs kind of blocked a little bit so that it sort of brings it out into its nice little proper square. The way you block a granny square is you make it damp, and you can pin it down even just onto big pieces, thick pieces of cardboard, maybe like this if it's cardboard. Put some cardboard together, sellotape it all together, and then just get some pins, and you put some kitchen roll down, and put your granny square on it, and then pin it in each corner so it's all equally out, and then pin it down the sides. And when it's damp, what the pins do, the pins just pull it into shape so it stays nice and square. It's so pretty. That needs a few more rounds on it. It's a pretty blanket, that. I'll pop that there. Stop talking about granny squares. A little course in crochet. Simply everything you need to succeed. And there's some granny squares and things in there. Very basic, but brilliant. Really good for any beginner. I don't know, do you do the same as me? Do you always look through a book from the back to the front? I don't know what it is. I just can't seem to get to grips with looking through a book from the front to the back. I always feel more comfortable doing it from the back to the front. So strange. Oh, there's a little teddy. Tells you how to do teddies. It's great for people that need to learn how to increase and decrease. It helps you to learn how to read patterns as well, how to do basic crochet, like how to extend it, how to add stitches, all your little basics. Oh, that's pretty. They've got some simple edging, a chain fringe. I've never done a chain fringe. I'll need to do that. Just little crochet chains, and you go up and join. I'll need to do that. I'll need to show you how to do that. That's nice. It's nice for scarves and things. great ideas. That's a pretty block stitch. I did that granny stitch so that your little diamonds all match up. Look at that. So it just shows you that I did that granny square with the diamonds all showing, all matching up, so it gives an extra dimension to your blanket. And here it is in this book. So when you think that you've done something, you think, oh wow, look what I found, and it's already been done. It's already, that's what happens with crochet. You think you found something that's new and it's not. It's already been done. That is so pretty. And it is, mine's turned out really nice. I might put a link under there to the blanket that I did with this, how to do these squares and get your diamonds, get the holes to match up. Can you see that pretty pattern in there? I've got one like that on my channel. It's not that colour though. That's pretty. Oh, look at these. Got little flowers in it and leaves. They're pretty. And lots of granny squares. Got all the granny squares. Now I can read a pattern and I can read these diagrams as well. I don't know how. It just pops into my head. And you've got zigzags. This is a good book. If you're a beginner, this is a good book, this one. A little course in crochet. You would just need to Google a little course in crochet. There's no name to it. It's not done by a specific author. A lot of these books get republished as well. Tells you how to do coloured crochet. I like all these stitches. Lots of basic stitches. Look at these, they're so pretty. It's your topsy-turvy granny cluster. Look at all these beautiful stitches. So I've got a lot of stitch books, a lot of books with stitches. I like when they show you the graph how to do it. That is so pretty. Look at that, that's nice. And you can mix and match stitches. You can take this block lace, they're calling it a block lace. I think it's called Arches in another book that I have. And that's another thing when you get crochet books. A lot of the crochet books, this one's called block lace, but in another crochet book it was called Arches. And then you've got like your mesh shells in a different book. It might be the same stitch but it's got a different name as well. So you can end up with a lot of crochet books with a lot of patterns that are the same. It's just they've got different names on it. That's pretty. Picot net stitch, that's nice. There's lots of stitches. Oh, that shows you how to do a little mesh bag. That's good. Oh, filet crochet. Look at this, shows you how to do filet crochet. Pauline, my friend Pauline, look. She sent me a book. She sent me this. I'm going to dig it out. Everything else falling down. Look, she sent me this graph book. This is my friend Pauline, and it's got these squares in it, and this is what you do with it. You draw these dots in and you can make your own filet crochet patterns, and it's brought, this is great. And what you do is you work out that each line is a stitch, and then you've got one, you'll put one in the middle, because each box is a crochet stitch and a chain one and a crochet stitch, a chain one, and that's the way you work these little boxes out. That is great. I'll pop that there, pop that back up. This is a great book, Glynis. It's got all your basic little filet crochet stitches, and you can use these stitches and put them into blankets, and you can make tutorials with them. You can make the blankets with them, and you can sell them. You're not breaking any rules by taking the filet pattern. I mean, you can't even, you can tell what book you got it in, but there's no designer for it, because these are just so old. A lot of these patterns are so common and so old that they don't belong to anybody. And with this one, I think they've got two chain. No, they've got a treble crochet, a chain and a treble crochet. And then they fill it in. They fill it in to make the actual pattern. like that. That is so pretty. The one thing you can do with these is you can easily adapt these to bobble stitches. So instead of doing like your fillet, you can actually use that as a bobble, and then you'll do your treble crochets and then do a bobble stitch, and you can have these as bobble stitch patterns as well. Well, there's only those 4 in it. These are the very basics. These are the very basics of your fillet crochet. You make a big one of those in a nice thread, like a cotton thread, and you can actually make curtains for your kitchen and things with those. Tells you how to do all these different stitches. This is lovely. A ribbed scarf. Tells you how to do front post, back posts, more stitches, the cluster shell. See, this one is called the cluster shell stitch, and I've done that as, I can't remember what it is. You've got closed shell stitches, and a lot of people will just call that a fan, like a fan stitch. It just tells you, it shows you that what different people call different things. Little bookmarkers. This is a good book. I like the ideas, I like the colours that they've used. Tells you how to block, there you go, it tells you how to block your crochet. It's got steam blocking. I wouldn't steam a lot of this. When you steam something, even if you do it over a damp cloth, it really flattens your crochet. You're better off just making it damp and pinning it out. You just pin it out into its shape and leave it to dry. Where I think your steaming actually flattens a lot of your crochet. This is a good book. It's a good book. Tells you how to make toy balls. And then once you learn how to make one of these, you can do it in Christmas colours for Christmas baubles. You can do it bigger. You can double up the pattern, double up the stitch count, and you could actually make one that you could kick around, like a young child could kick around. Shows you how to do a granny stitch, how to do the corners. And again, books are like people. Some of the books will tell you to do a chain in between your granny stitches, and some of them don't. It's just like people. Some people like to put a chain in and some people don't. It doesn't do them. This is a good book. I like the coasters. Tells you how to put button loops and buttons. This is a really interesting book. Washcloths, all your basic stitches. That's a good book. That's a great book, Glynis. Thank you so much. I like the stitches and that in it. Now this one is Crochet Step by Step by Sally Harding. So we'll have a look. There we go again. I'm going from the back to the front. And there you go. Look at that. That's that same blanket that's in this book. That is the same, exact same picture. The exact same blanket is in that book as well. So they do cross over like different books. Look at that. So it is a popular way to crochet with these granny squares. That's nice. I like that. And that's in that other book as well. That's in that one. It shows you how to do circles for cushions. Oh, that's in that other book. That's definitely in that other book. See what I mean about a lot of the books that you get. A lot of the things that are in it are repeated in other books. And there's that basket. That's that one. So there's that little teddy bear. Now I'm going to guess that a lot of the stuff that's in this book is in this book. So I would buy this book rather than buying that and that. But this is great though. I'm sure that little teddy bear's in here, or it's in that other one. Oh, there it is. And yet that lady's name is not on this book. There's that little teddy bear, and there it's there. Where this one, there's no name on this one, but there is on this one. It just shows you that they just mix and match all the books. I hope the Crochet Crowd doesn't do that. The Crochet Crowd's bought a crochet book out. I saw that on Amazon. And the Crochet Crowd is one of the biggest crochet channels on YouTube. I saw that in another book as well. Sometimes, there's that scarf. That's definitely a repeat of that one. There's gloves and there's hats. There's the projects on it. And here's all the same stitches that's in this one. Tells you how to put fringes on, buttons. So there is different ideas on it. Tells you how to use your plastic bags for crochet, how to cut them. How to crochet with, what's that? Wire crochet, how to crochet with wire. A bit scratchy. And you've got all your little doilies and squares. There's that square that makes up that pattern that's further on in the book. It's your basic block stitch. I've done that one on my channel. It's just very basic. They've been around. There's that blanket again. And it's all the same edgings. There is some different stuff in this book, but most of what's in here is also in that book there. It's good to have. That's pretty. It's just a shell stitch. Nice texture to it. And you've got the different ways of sewing and connecting, joining up your squares or stitching up your sides of your yarn. And there's that blocking stitch. There's how to do that blocking again. Sometimes it's just the printers that do this. They just gather it all up and do another book. And there's some patterns. Some of them are the same as the other books. Some of them are different. That's pretty. They're really great to have a reference as well. This is brilliant, Glynis. Thank you so much. There's a little bit on your filet crochet. And you've got your crochet stitches, some of them. That one's called Blocks Lace. Oh, we've got some different filet crochet in this one. There's a bird and an apple, another heart. I think that's like a reindeer or a dog. Oh, there's more. There's more in this book than there is in the other one. That's great. And then it just does all your basic stitches. These are great. Tells you the abbreviations for patterns as well. It's a good way to learn how to read patterns. Good way to learn how to do basic stitches. That's great books. Thank you so much, Glynis. Thank you so much. These are fantastic, the three of them. I don't have any of them. Do you remember I says to you that I think I might have one? I haven't got any of these books. I've got my books up there and I don't have any of them. I can see them all there. Thank you so much, Glynis. And if you're watching and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please subscribe to the channel. Help me to get up to 250,000 subscribers. Now, you don't make any money for subscribers. The only way you make money on YouTube is through the advertising. If people sit and watch the adverts, that's what pays YouTubers. It's not the subscribers. It's not the amount of subscribers that you have. That just makes your channel look really good. It makes your channel look good. And a lot more people might look at your channel because it's got a higher subscriber amount under it. But the thing that makes for people to make money on YouTube, especially like for me, because it's my job, it's if people watch the advertising that pops up in front of it. I try not to put too many, and I try to make sure that YouTube don't put too many advertisements in the videos. Even I don't like it if I'm watching someone's video and it stops every 5 minutes for an advert. Some of them are just way too many in them, just way too many, and it spoils the viewing. So if there's an advertisement at the beginning, it'd be appreciated if you watched it, because that's how we get paid. We get paid by the amount of people that watch the advertising. It's nothing to do with the subscribers or anything like that. It's just went a little bit dull because it's actually started to pour with rain. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you click on the bell icon, YouTube will tell you when I put up another tutorial. So until the next time, happy crafting. And once again, Glynis, these are brilliant. Thank you so much, Glynis. You're such a kind person and a lovely friend, and I'll talk to you soon. So goodbye everyone.